But now we have a fight in Pmcl. And this is the first time we see a clash inside of Pmcl as well. So we'll see who gets the upper hand here. Sin gets Evil, so that's a good start.
Getting themselves an extra point, and that's going to be the end of it. Evil.
So you have to make the most out of your super weekend when you got it.
True. But we can see Wrong finish off Cheese straight away.
Are a good amount of teams on the outside last we saw, but still, since it's a main island sort of circle, so a lot of space to play with. And now CTS defending their space right now. And Cool shows up. Cool will lock in the elimination point. Take it out Milo. Starboy. Mr. Kylo Ren. Just got to take it out as well. Eliminated by the Mios. Now Wrong. He has to find the right decision and not engage in this fight right now. Fortunately, he now becomes his ad.
But it's worth still fighting if they want to, since they can still a bit much longer in this Potato Hills. But they're going in circle for both team now. Try to bait each other out to get out from the vehicles, pull over and start shooting. That's going to be done by Clay Jr. first. But on the side of Gerald, not so good gamers. Very scattered indeed. They have one player left behind and spoken. And they might actually go for another round here. Looking at Master Ichi's direction, straight into Saycloud to start open fire. There you go, tracking down Master Ichi. Almost chucked down the whole HP, but there's also Wrong the other side. Last member of SBD who still stand, but Saycloud managed to knock down on one. Got one rock, make it a rock number 2 as his cover. Reset himself, almost shredded completely his helmet. Where the rest of YG repositioning himself to follow pursue. But it's a bit too far. But Ozja Esports also taking fights against BG. All eyes set onto Burmese goal right now. They are in shambles.
SPD final player Wrong might be approached by Yakugatkos. We'll check on him later because right now we're checking on to Goa versus Time to Quick Esports. And Nate sent into the smoke, but nobody's home. And while that was happening, Burmese goes eliminated. Same goes for ATS. Of course, Burmese goes there on top, so they're still okay. But for ATS, ooh, eliminated when they're not even in top 16 yet.
14 teams left. 16 points mark. They have to be above 60 points to make sure at least they are at the bench. To the side of YG, they spotted out ATXX play and Mane finished him off. Well, he's barbecued himself. It's fine, he got himself covers. But they're not in the circle as well.
You need to plan for next. But there's starting to be a lot more teams in the circle itself. One of them is going to be Ozja. And Ozja right now stopping other teams from coming in at the same time. Coca-Cola gets support. Out and eliminated Ozja. Now with 3 players. Miner from NGGZ down as well. Lucky, not so lucky this time. Falls to the hands of Jappy, and Jappy will eliminate him immediately. While Mix is bleeding out, they should still have enough time to pick him back up again. But right after that, they have to get in. But
Misfit International is gatekeeping we off. Minus on the ground. KSI as well, probably gonna share the same fate. Well, coming up from the north, we have YG who've been gatekept by ATXX and Infamous Zaviera, who try to stop YG from advancing towards the circle. ATXX, they have the only compound that seems to be holding their defense stance against YG. Romeo tried to flush them out, but they return the favor by giving back some hand grenades. Mane holding Extreme as their hostage, while 46 and Peanut holding their grounds inside and indoors. Will they abandon Extreme and just leave this place to YG as Extreme be executed completely? Now YG got the taste of the safe zone inside of a circle. Will ATXX still fight back? YG spotted out Infamous Xavier at the same time. That's casually his Master Small just, oh, I see somebody, I spray, I got it, that's it. But we have Wrong. I think he spotted out Wrong as well. Look at how Smart actually gave a bit of a focus at the back.
Oh, 46 now, alone against Romeo. By this warehouse. Romeo knows that somebody's inside. He heard the footstep. He does have an SLK. Going up against 46 by the corner. Romeo can't find the angle yet. And Smile might join him soon, but Romeo executes his plan, goes straight in, receives a bit of damage from the molly, but not going to be a problem, and he easily wins that fight.
40 seconds on the clock. They need to make it through before stage 6 hits, especially in famous Aviera YG, who happen to be on the northeast of the circle right now. As Speedy, unfortunately, after that chicken dinner, they run out of their steam and went out cold, but Hybrid XRA back towards the slightly south side of the circle. Misfit International, look at the nade galore tossed by these guys. Press are gonna go in and go finish off the job. Spot out one more bullet. Just you can actually get on one more player knocked down towards Hybrid XRA. Raimon frantically try to find anybody from behind. They try to regroup because Osja Esports just arrived. Well, they have also KSI to deal with. MSI, they have to counter all these visitors coming 360 degrees. Chappy taking on Osja Esports players. Well, that's going to be the last way of not so good gamers. MSI and KSI going against and pitch other out.
And Osja out. But there were other teams at the top, so it's still alright. But the bottom, the bottom 4 all have been eliminated. So that's a bit of a saving grace for teams like Time to Quick Esports, KHI, CTS, and also Nexus Vanguard, since they will not be challenged by any of the bottom 4 teams. So now it's pull away those points. Just got eliminated, and because of the top
edge of it, still striving to get into the safe zone.
And now, Miracle, from the side. Miracle guy, Superboy. Mr. Kylo Ren, and now Claire is in trouble. Zuki spraying into the smoke, hoping to land the final blow, but not able to. And Zuki now being chased off by long-range shots from the other end, from the other members of Fit International. Now the zone will start to force Zuki to move forward into the circle. He should be open. As for CTS, tapping away at one those elimination points for themselves. As the circle shifts, and Nexus Vanguard, they have the best possible position with the compound in the circle.
It is their circle to win for Nexus Vanguard. They cannot botch this one out. But for Claire and KSI, the last remaining member here, Claire, to find Hybrid XR, and also agree with you, they might actually got this chicken away as well.
But let's see, the circle will still favor them coming up next. Now Young Goes in action, locking in another elimination point, but take it out, I say. Already 7 eliminations for Young Goes. As for Misfit International, CTS putting pressure back onto them. And they're clumped up together. If one nade could land nicely, then they will be gone. But at least they have the circle. Now they need to defend it against Misfit International. They're moving towards the northern side, so that could potentially be the next clash point at the north. Misfit International versus CTS as Momboy rushes in, and the defense is kicking in right now. DOS will finish him off.
I agree with the hand grenades. Here comes it's flying over to a CTS, caused ground by Pretzel. Unfortunately, backfired. Damios got that nade down as well. As a nade galore once more as Pretzel tried to defend himself from an explosion, barricade himself behind the vehicle. But it's not done and dusted yet between these two teams. Here comes YG as the third party, trying to clean up the room. The housekeeper is yet to take the points away. And what a nade by Saycloud. Such a long toss just now. Needed straight onto an MSI. Finish off by the nade flying over by the side of YG. 1 minute to secure against CTS. Two teams went down back to back against none other than YG, who's the bigger winner here.
With 3 players. Now they managed to bring in 10 elimination points for Young Goose. Stage number 6, and we have only 4 teams left. And now it's going to be Joji from Nexus Vanguard. Still with the compound. But 30 more seconds, they might need to move out. We need to see where the circle will go, where the circle will bring them. As Kylo Ren Superboy sees the smoke, Claude is behind it, but it doesn't find a good angle. Young Radicals might be making the move as well, looking for their next elimination, and Claude is in a tough position.
Superboy Nexus Vanguard exhausted his resources now. 59 reserve bullets. Well, the circle shrinking to further Naxa's Vanguard. Joji, this is your time to shine, Joji and Q Loki. But YG taking on infamous Xaviera. So it's going to be down to YG versus Nexus Vanguard after they dealt with Hybrid XRE last player. I think Joji knows. Joji doesn't know. Do Joji knows? I don't think so. Ryujin might be the playmaker against Nexus Vanguard and fish them out from the hiding spot. But for YG, it's going to be 3 versus 4 and with no compound. All they have is going to be the curvature of the ground as well as vegetations to give them the barricade temporarily. But for Ryujin, hiding and waiting, but unfortunately time is not on his side. 3 more seconds, the blue will start to close on Ryujin. He will be forced to run.
And we'll see what Yagu Gaticos will do. Are they going to take the fight head on, or are they going to do something different? But that's going to be the best case for Yagu Gaticos. A Superboy can hold them down. Does have his vehicle as a barricade. But like what you said, I guess the bigger question will be, what will Ryujin do? He's hoping 2 teams to distract each other so that he can somehow slide in the circle at least.
Oh, that's high value information from Romeo. He spotted out Superboy, so he knows if Superboy tried to push off angle. That's why Saycloud already prepared himself right in front of. Hey, Ryujin, cross the road right now. Nobody spot you. And he got it. He ninja'd himself in. Nobody see you, Ryujin. And he's going to be the playmaker against YG. Now, if YG a bit too focused against Naxos Vanguard, they know there's only 8 players remaining. They assume it's going to be 1 team versus 1 team with 4v4. But they have no clue that 1 player is actually behind their back, waiting to backstab the rest of YG. Oh, never mind, Romeo saw! That was a fast and brutal way to go! But nonetheless, YG did it again.
Fast and furious it is! And Romeo is not the one that dies. He gets that elimination in the pocket. And now Nexus Vanguard and Yagu Gaticos is going to be an all-Myanmar finale here. 4v3. Yagu Gaticos with 3 players. And they are still on the outside of the circle. Nexus Vanguard taking point in the middle, opening up the space. Now they have absolute circle control.
Snake time, action on. Here comes a nade coming up from Loki, hoping it will somehow chip down 10% or 20% of HP to a Saycloud. Reposition by YG. The moment the nade exploded here just now, they know their formation being found. Well, Romeo taking the front line stands. Joji and Superboy going for the off angle. Loki being the center is the one thing. But Loki by Romeo, such sharp set of eyes coming out of YG here. They know every single movement of Nexus Vanguard rotation. It's like they try to pull a 1-2-1 formation.
Nade after nade been lobbed across. As many of them will land. Ooh. 50% damage to Saycloud. Oh, Loki! Oh, Saycloud! Landed nicely on the kill Loki. Now he's down. Making it a 3v3. And they will open up the space for Smile to move forward as well. And now Smile will take flank against Nexus Vanguard. What a beautiful rotation by the IGL.
Well, Joji made it happen on the back line. He spotted out the off-angle players of YG. It's going to be 2v3 now. Joji have to do this against himself. 1v2. Romeo cooking up the nade. Master Smile now trying in. Coming. Joji down to 1 single valve. He's down on the ground. But YG, they try to shut down off the cover fire at the back. Nexus Vanguard, they try to revive on their players being knocked down early on. But Master Smile, they managed to get a compound. But unfortunately, they're away from the zone. But what a nade by Master Smile. Stopping Nexus Vanguard despite against the circle. YG, what a rotation of the way. And such a mastermind from Smile. And such bold hand grenade, dropping 2 at the spot. All they need to do is find that one last standing boy, and YG might score the chicken.
Opaque from rotation, from the nade. Smile now will get the play of landing the final. Yagu Galacticos, no circle, no problem for them as long as they have Smile as their in-game leader.
I have to say, YG, that was something else. And I agree with you guys. They